Hi, my name is Lushanko, and I chose a Lay's potato chip ad to analyze. And the observations I made, um, the 5 objectives that I chose were simple, creative, calming, healthy, and fresh. I chose these because the ad's just really simple, not too much going on. They show fresh potatoes, which is why I chose fresh, and it's kind of a calming ad with the horizon in the background and just out on the farm. Um, there's a stereotypical farmer in the ad. He's white, middle-aged man standing next to his crops, and he's wearing a red plaid shirt, work jeans, and it kind of looks like he just finished up a hard day out at the farm. Um, he's kind of more placed in the background, and I would say the bag of chips is the focal point right up in the front of the ad. Let's see. For the camera angles, it kind of seems like they put the Lay's potato chip bag right up in the front. It's kind of below eye level and to the right, so right in front of you a little bit. And for the lighting, I said it's kind of natural daylight before sunset. End of the day, the farmer's done working on his crops for the day. The potatoes are kind of more highlighted and showing me, more that they're fresh, main ingredients, kind of like a natural feeling, because the sun is kind of hitting the potatoes. The shadows are more smaller shadows from the potatoes in the chip bag, so the ad suggests that the sun is setting and it's kind of coming to the end of the day. The colors they use in the ad, definitely the bright yellow Lay's bag really stands out in the front. Also, the guy's red shirt kind of matches the label of the Lay's bag, so it draws your eyes back and forth. I think they use in this ad a lot of the cooler colors, which are greens and blues for the crops in the sky, and then the warmer tones for the bag of the potato chips and then the potatoes. In the ad, the top slogan is, "If you find anything else inside our bag, it's your hand." And then below the ad, in the cursive writing, it just says, "Just potatoes, all natural oil, and a dash of salt." And that's in cursive. And in the bottom corner, it says, "Happiness and simple." And they don't have the Lay's original slogan in the ad, but it's, "Bet you can't eat just one," is the normal chip slogan. And then the purpose of this ad, obviously the product being sold is the Lay's potato chips. The Lay's potato chips. And if it's appealing, I would say yes, it's really calming to the eye. Kind of shows like after a hard day's at work, that the potato chips will kind of bring happiness. And it just kind of looks peaceful. Life is complicated, but a simple bag of Lay's could make your day turn around. I would say the target audience is like junk food eaters and teenagers maybe. The feelings and the emotions in this ad, I would say that they really portray that like happiness is simple and kind of eating Lay's chips can take all your problems away, and people can maintain happiness after hard days at work just grabbing a bag of chips. And the feelings they give you are, simple, natural, pleasurable, kind of shows that hard work pays off, and that's how their potatoes are made. Would I eat Lay's potato chips? Probably not. They're kind of unhealthy, and I try to stay away from junk food, being an athlete. The assumptions of this ad, I would say the ad kind of assumes that life is complicated and can be stressful, and they really, make the chips seem like they'll bring happiness, even with their slogan and just how peaceful the ad looks. The farmer in the ad kind of implies that the chips are connected to hardworking people. Also kind of showing like how the chips are made. They weren't made in factory machines that just slice and make the chips. They were made out naturally and grown in the fields. And also the ad kind of assumes that life can be simple if you choose Lay's. And it shows, as they're set out on the table, that they're made freshly and picked right on the farm. And I would say the message that this ad brings to people is that Lay's potato chips are simple, natural, and pleasurable. For the consequences of the message, I would say that they really make, Lay's potato chips seem, healthy and a natural ingredient, but really they're using potatoes as a natural ingredient, yes, but the chips themselves aren't very good for you if you don't eat them in portions and servings. They really show that, chips can make someone happy, but truthfully, an object cannot make someone happy because happiness can't be bought or consumed. And I think that the techniques used, they escaped the realistic facts about the chips, and they really can't bring happiness. They really aren't good for you, and it doesn't show how much probably salt is used in the chips and things that aren't good for us. I would say the ad is socially responsible, and it kind of undermines social change due to advertising these in a healthy way because the chips are not healthy. So my questions are, what is one of the 5 adjectives used to describe this ad? And the answer is B, simple. Second question is, who is standing in the background of the ad? And the answer is C, a farmer. And that's the end of my presentation.